I have 3 minutes to describe a great national disaster, a tragedy, and to issue a plea to noble lords to do what they can to mitigate the impacts. For the appropriate approach for today is not a comparison of the thin deal on which we vote, a kit sailboat of matchsticks put together by a careless child, against the storm of crash-out. Rather, we need to compare this bill to what we had before Brexit. First, freedom of movement. Britons historically were able to force on the rest of the world freedom of movement across the empire, and for decades we've enjoyed consensual two-way movement across our continent. But from the 1st of January, the majority of Britons who do not have the cash or the social capital to grease their way will have less freedom of movement than their ancestors enjoyed for centuries. The nation has been put into permanent global lockdown. Secondly, our services sector, that hugely dominant part of our economy that the noble Lady Baroness Bull was just talking about. As the noble Lord Kerr of Kinlochcard said, EU states will be calling the shots about what they can and can't do. Architects and lawyers, musicians and copywriters. And for trade in goods, this is not frictionless trade, but the addition of voluminous tangles of red tape. This is a wonderful thing, says the Prime Minister, striding firmly into Orwell's Ministry of Truth. And individuals and businesses have lost the rights that they can assert and enforce for themselves that come with EU membership. Instead, there are meagre rules and obligations that exist only between the UK and the EU. If you, as an individual, lose out, you'll rely on the government to act for you. Good luck. And our already depleted and degraded environment has lost crucial EU protections. Ask Greener UK. The non-regression provisions involve a test that, quote, is notoriously difficult to prove and has been ineffective in previous trade agreements. Rebalancing mechanisms are restricted. The full horizontal dispute settlement mechanism does not apply to the environment or sustainable development chapters. And we've lost the democracy that these islands have enjoyed through the European Parliament. For Westminster, as the noble Lady Baroness Taylor of Bolton said, the events of today represent a massive power grab by the executive. This speed is engineered either by incompetence or design. Now, both government and opposition opening speakers lingered on the overwhelming majority this bill won in the other place, but 521 to 73 against in no way reflects the views of the country. My lords, I beg you individually today to represent the people abandoned in the other place. Show your opposition to this disaster and provide a counterbalance to the extreme forces that, as we patch up that ill-assembled boat, put sails and rigging and a hand on the tiller, want to steer us straight onto the undemocratic, exploitative, destructive, deregulatory shores of Singapore upon Thames.